Be rest assured that from today, endowment is not paid in one day. Endowment continues. And I assure you that annually, the endowment fund will see Mr. Peter Obi's little contribution. At least for the next 10 years, as long as I live. Because what he did is a great thing.
His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi was talking about the leadership in Nigeria, and he emphasized on the issues bothering Nigeria today. But before I show you a video of the NAFDAC being probed by the National Assembly, let's take a listen to Mr. Peter Obi's points on leadership failures in Nigeria, as well as the recent speech which he gave and is sparking a lot of reaction, with the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives looking so angry during his speech delivery in Abuja.
Nigeria today, if we had been a country that is productive, over 120 million people would have been employed. That means one person is employing 17,000. So we need about 8,000 industries to be able to do that. But we have about 1,000 functional industries. That's why we have unemployment.
I have consistently maintained that leadership failure lies at the heart of Nigerians' problem. Until we confront it head-on, the country cannot move in the right direction. The cumulative effort of poor leadership remain our greatest obstacle to development. This call for urgent destruction of the current retrogressive system and the enthronement of leaders with competence, character, capacity, and compassion. Our declining governance has drawn global attention, as assured in the recent statement by the U.S. diplomatic mission in Nigeria, echoed in the African reports, a clear confirmation of what many of us have long said. Once again, let me be clear. You cannot ask the people to keep fasting while you feast every day. As Chinua Achebe rightly said, the trouble with Nigeria is simply and squarely a failure of leadership. I speak out to help build a new Nigeria free of criminality and corruption. But instead of addressing the message, those who have hijacked our country deploy media thugs to insult and distract. Now that the American government has made a similar observation, perhaps they too will become a target. To all well-meaning Nigerians, this must stop. We must dismantle the system of criminality. We have voted based on tribe and religion for too long. It is time to vote for competency. Let us move from waste, looting, reckless borrowing to production. Let us build a Nigeria that works. A new Nigeria is possible. This was the statement of Mr. Peter Obi some days ago. And again, he dropped another bombshell.
Who is representing Ministry of Education here? He built the first university. Who is representing Ministry of Transport? He did the first airline. He was among the first 3 to be given banking licenses. Private banking licenses, I'm in that industry, so I know when they built banking industry. He did a lot in education, employing people, 17,000 people. Nigeria today, if we had been a country that is productive, over 120 million people would have been employed.
Leadership failure in Nigeria can never be overemphasized. That me and you know. And this is the reason why you see the country is going backward instead of forward. And the more you continue to talk about this, the more you see these nonchalant people continue to insult your personality and even try to tarnish your integrity or all that you have built for life. Let's take a look at this. The Chief of Army Staff said that the Army lacked funds to accommodate 13,000 new recruits. Oh God. Do you know what that means? It means that when these 13,000 recruited soldiers come in They don't have weapon. They don't have what it takes to equip them. They can't fund them. So they are just merely gate men. Let me use that word. They are just coming, maybe they'll give them wala wala. You know what is wala wala? They'll give them a stick, talk truth. In the local palace, that is what they call it, talk truth. That one that police used to carry. They'll give it to them. Because they cannot, how am I even sure they'll be able to afford that? And then in the written book launch, Peter will be made some vital points in terms of Jesus and in terms of the honor given to some certain Nigerians. People like the Akpabius, the Wikis, and the rest, who are more or less sycophants and are being honored by the government with the highest honor of the land. And according to him, it is better we give this honor to entrepreneurs, people who value education and people who value the lives of Nigerians and is contributing to the development of Nigeria, not stealing from what we have left in the country. Let's take a listen.
Over 120 million people would have been employed. That means one person is employing 17,000. So we need about 8,000 industries to be able to do that. But we have about 1,000 functional industries. That's why we have unemployment. So he needs more than this celebration. And I plead with AGF. I know you're going to do more. But now that we have an opportunity, we have to change the way we honor people. The GCFR and GCON should be people who are entrepreneurial and productive, not us, the politicians. If they like, they can remove our own and give them so that the country can produce and be able to employ people. Ibedo deserves more, not just national honor, all the support government can give him. And that's what we need to be celebrating. So that more people can go into entrepreneurship, support the education, support what he did. That is a great work, and I'm sure you will do your own to be able to advise accordingly. And so that in the next few days, maybe, yes, we'll be hearing things different. I thank you. You won't look for me when you talk about the education.
Now, from that, you will know that people that have this leadership quality are not far-fetched. But it's just that we have been unable to look beyond our nose. We look at tribes, we look at religion, and which is the reason why the country will not progress at any given opportunity. Now, 2027 is not far. I've been talking about this, and I'll continue to talk about this for as long as we are here, right? Until the election time comes. So, what do we have to offer Nigerians? What do we have to give to the country? What are the criteria that we need? Peter Obi have already stated that. So I don't want to even emphasize much on that again.
We live in a country that don't celebrate those who are supposed to be celebrated. If we do, the celebration would have been more. Who is representing Ministry of Education here? He built the first university. Who is representing Ministry of Transport? He did the first airline. It was among the first 3 to be given banking licenses, private banking licenses. I'm in that industry, so I know